before we start the video, I'd like to if any of you have an Xbox One and you have Smite, I'll put my username in the comments below, cause really I've been playing Smite and I really have no one to play with. So yeah, hit me up on Xbox if you want. We can yeah. First, to begin with, I have to say Vault 101. Basically, this vault was used to test the overall reaction of vault dwellers to an overseer that acted as a dictator rather than a leader. And as a side note, due to a small population, there was much inbreeding in vault vault tech being the sketchy bastards that they are, wanted to test. Their main objective was to test what would happen after prolonged isolation once that isolation was released. And if you played Fallout 3, then you know it didn't go well. But there's a lot of innocent vaults, but we all know Vault Tech was not truly innocent. But really, I just think this one was the most kind of like childish. You may be thinking, Vault 87 for number 4, that makes no sense. But listen, the problem with Vault 87 was if you compare it to the other vaults on this list, it was child's play, even though I think it was the most gruesome, not the gruesome, but most sinister, not sinister, what's the word? Most messed up kind of experiment you could do, especially with the FEV. And the trouble with Vault 87 was, I'm not sure if it was either the West Coast or the East Coast strain, the East Coast being the master strain and the West Coast being the West Coast. It couldn't have been the Pittsburgh strain, but I think it was a modified version of the original West Tech FEV. And really it's the forced evolutionary virus created a lot of things very horrible to the wasteland, but if you think about it, they're going to be created anyways. And really, that's all. I'm definitely going to cover this vault in another video because I find it so fascinating. Alright, on to number 3. Now, I'm going to be perfectly blunt right here for Vault 77. We do not know jack shit about Vault 77. All we really got was a bloody Vault suit and a comic book Bethesda released, a comic. Now, I'm going to piece together what I think it is. Well, what I theorized. Alright, Vault 77 was probably used to study. Now, you got your Panthers and 20 women and 1 man, and we got 9,000 women and 1 man and 1,000 men and 1 woman. But they wanted to go a step further. They put a man in a vault with a crate of puppets, and they told him that all the vault dwellers were still coming, and that the vault door was locked. And he freaked out, and for days he tried to open it, and then he started messing with the puppets and all that shit. Now, I think it was used to study prolonged isolation, like isolation. Like, he was by himself with a crate of puppets, and he went bad shit crazy and killed a bunch of raiders. And then he's still out there, but the most screwed up, disgusting part of this was the whole time, I think it was like 18 years, the vault door was unlocked, which I find is pretty messed up. Oh boy, here we go. Now, one of my favorite vaults is definitely Vault 22, because, like Vault 87, there's something about it that's just so damn fascinating. But the thing was, it was originally used, like, they didn't mean for what happened. I'll get to that in a second, but it was used to house this kind of plant. It was like a spore, like, you know, the Fortigus, or what the fuck it's called, from The Last of Us. It's like it's just that spore, but it's not from The Last of Us, but it's a cordyceps, I think it's called, but they technically had it in like a green room, and then it spread everywhere, and then it turned like these guys into zombies. And then what happened was all the survivors, I say that with quotations, moved to Zion Canyon, and they technically spread it there. And if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure you can find like one or two Zion Canyon, what are they called? I'm just gonna call them grass people. You can find the grass people there. And I'm definitely touching on this video, on this vault, in another video with Vault 87, because I just find these two, I find the viruses and Fallout universe really fascinating. Alright, I'm actually at a loss for words with this vault, really. If you have Fallout New Vegas and you haven't explored this vault, you need to right now. It will look innocent at first, but once you learn the true purpose. Alright, spoilers ahead for anyone who likes to explore the vaults. So what happened was every year a vault dweller had to be sacrificed, and if they didn't, Vault Tech would shut down all their power stuff and all their stuff. Now, and they did that for nearly 200 years until a group of survivors had a riot, and the people had sex and prostitution and murder and riots and everything. Anyways, and technically, what happened after that is they didn't want to sacrifice anybody else. So they fled the vault. Well, one guy fled the vault after shooting these two guys. Now, this is where I actually like cried for a second with this one. Now, the most disgusting part of this vault is when you get to the end, you'll sit down in a chair, and what happened is, if you kill all the security, it will congratulate you for not sacrificing and being a good citizen of the United States. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. If you don't, dislike. But, all of you have a very nice afternoon. Alright, bye.